John Deelan, I think we've seen both sides of a game of football there. You've won by 1-0 with a terrific goal. You've then had your backs to the wall and battled at times. How pleased and proud are you with the way your team's played there?
Everything, Dan. Honestly, it was going to be a tough night, obviously, because of the elements. But then it was obviously with Salford riding high, they're a good side. They've invested in players and stuff, so we knew the challenge. But we had belief. The mentality is changed. We said that to the players. The players can see that we've got momentum. But to rock up and do what we've just done, I know Alex Henderson scored a worldie of a goal, and I'm so happy for him, especially because it was on Sky as well, and in the Clayton end as well, which is perfect for him. But to show the character we did and the resilience to keep the ball out the back of the net, as a team and as individually, it was brilliant. I'm so happy.
There will, of course, be spotlight on the goal, even though it came after 3 minutes. It's ultimately the winner. What does it say about the quality that Alex Henderson's got, that he's able to do that? And I guess the tenacity, because it looked like the chance had gone for a second.
It did, yeah, you're right, because it sort of got away from him. And then I think maybe it might be Jordy Grant's knocked it, and then it's ended up coming back to him. And then he's just finished it. I mean, I think his laces or just sort of the outside of his boot. But it was an outstanding finish. You know, I just feel with Endo, he can be a top player, but you have to give them consistent levels of performance. I don't think it was a poor performance tonight in terms of being footballers. I think it was more of hard work and being dogged.
We spoke to Donald Love in the build-up to this game after his new contract, and he was asked about the form, and he said it's about being prepared to put yourself on the line and knowing that your teammates were going to do the same for you. Have we seen that embodied in that performance?
100%, Dan. You've just seen it tonight. Definitely agree with that. But I think I've seen it in other games as well. More so from, you know, I wouldn't say every individual in all the games that I've seen, but definitely like 7, 8 of them, you know. But tonight was all of them, you know. And then we put Luke Butterfield, and it's a difficult game to come on to make substitutions, by the way. And they threw everyone that they had available onto the pitch to try and get the goal. But then you've got Ollie Wright making 1 or 2 saves. Yeah, they missed the target and stuff like that. But then we've asked questions at the other end. You know, Isaac Heath ran down the side, Josh Wood just ran down the side, cut balls back. We either got on the end and we got blocks, or we didn't get on the end and then he broke on us, and then we defended again resolutely. So I'm so happy with the performance. I'm so happy getting the 3 points.
Did you feel confident, even though it was only a 1-goal deficit? You had the wind against you were having to defend, but with the way that you've been playing recently, I mean, the last 8 times now you've scored in a game, you've won it. Does that breed confidence? It
does, because, well, I was saying at half time to the boys, because I said, you know, I pointed to the ball and said, you know, you've just played against that in the first half. I said, there's a trouble yet. I said, so at the end of the day, I said, you know, they've had possession what they've had in terms of the first half, and we've sat in, protected the goal up to half time, so we get ourselves in at half time. It just breeds confidence through everyone, and we have to instill that into the players, and you can see it in the performance tonight.
You've got this real momentum going now, haven't you? You're now not going to play at the weekend, you're not going to play till next Wednesday. In some ways, is that a shame with the head of steam you've got?
Possibly, yeah. You know, I think the long period we had when we had the 16 or 17 days off over the Christmas period, and I think we lose then to MK Dons, so that sort of showed a little bit. But it's not so, you know, I think they'll need a little bit of rest, but look, it's Wednesday, that's the fixtures, that's what it is. You just got to prepare yourself for the next challenge, and the next challenge is Grimsby.
That puts you 6 points from the playoff places. Is that on the radar now?
Well, you're more looking up than looking down, aren't you? So for me, is that we just keep going, see where it takes us. My focus now is we'll enjoy tonight. The focus now is Grimsby. We know where Grimsby is sitting in the league, so we know what we've got in the dressing room. We've said it from day one since it came in, since last season. We've had it again. So I know the belief that they've all got and the togetherness that they've all got, and they showed that in abundance tonight.
Just a little bit of housekeeping, couple of forward players not involved. I know you said Paddy Madden was unwell and hadn't trained.
Yeah.
The man you've christened Big Dave wasn't in your squad. What's the situation with those two?
So Big Dave was, we have to manage him. So look, he's had an injury that he's been out for 5-6 months with at Bolton. So on the agreement that we said would manage his minutes, and we were managing his minutes tonight.